Welcome to Crypto Bahamas. I am Leanna Haakons, joined by Diogo Mo. He is the president and co-founder at Anchorage Digital. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you just got off the main stage. I would love to hear more about Anchorage Digital and what you're doing down here in the Bahamas this week.
Of course. The easiest way to explain Anchorage is actually as a regulated platform that allows institutions to build products in crypto. What that actually means is that we provide infrastructure and services like custody, trading, lending, borrowing, staking, etc., and allows any kind of company, whether you're a fintech or a corporate or a large bank or just an investor, to really come into crypto in a regulated manner. And when I mean regulated, we are the first and only federally chartered bank. And that means that we're actually at the same tier as all of the big banks, and that's also very differentiated. The second component would be our technology. It is something that is very unique for crypto, the type of cybersecurity that you need to keep these assets. Tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars of irrecoverable assets are also very unique. So I would say technology, regulation, and just a set of services in one are some of the things that distinguishes us.
And I wanted to ask you directly about the banking charter, because I know that's a huge deal in the industry. How did you go about approaching that? And it was, when did it happen? I know it was a recent announcement. Yeah, just give us, a little bit of flavor as to how you guys really approach that subject, which obviously the regulatory discussion around crypto is so prevalent and big accomplishment.
It's a big accomplishment, and not just for Anchorage, for the whole space. Before us, there was no clarity at the federal level around crypto custody and around staking and other elements like that. So the reason why we were the first, it's obviously a lot of work from the team, but we had an operational state charter that we converted into a national chartered bank. And that allowed us to go first because we were doing the same exact sets of businesses. We already were an operating company. We already had tens of billions of dollars, hundreds of clients. And so it was a lot easier for the regulators to see that we were already doing the right things, so then we could actually get the new charter. So that was part of the reason why we became the first. And we're still the only operational one because no other company has been able to actually get the approval that is not preliminary and it's not conditional yet. And that is unique for us, of course, because it puts us at the same eye level as all of the big banks, the BNYs, the JP Morgan Chases. They have the same charter as we have, except that we focus exclusively on crypto versus taking deposits. So we're not actually competing with traditional banking. We do not take fiat dollar deposits. We focus exclusively on the crypto components.
You're just giving your clients and potential clients a little bit more safety in working with you then.
In fact, we're enabling the big banks to come into crypto in a safe manner, regulated with the same charter that they have. It's very hard for them to hire the talent and to actually build highly technical products because historically technology has not been the main focus of the traditional banks. And so we have some very unique technology that they can use as sub-custodian. The usual example that I give is very large banks don't have really in-house the capability of, say, storing gold. They subcontract to the experts, somebody that has the armed security guards, the safety deposit boxes, the armored vehicles. So they are the experts actually custodying gold or custodying art. So we do the same thing for crypto. We have the charter and we are the experts actually storing digital assets.
Right. So obviously you've diversified yourself from the industry, which is fantastic. You're at the forefront of regulation. You're speaking here at Crypto Bahamas this week. Tell me what you think some of the biggest trends in the industry are over the next year.
Definitely the dominance of stablecoins. Stablecoins have realized their potential already as a potential improvement on the traditional settlement systems that we have in the traditional world. Stablecoins actually are increasing in dominance, and the types of business that you can build on top of them, actual programmable money, are unlocking really unique use cases. So some of the coolest things that I see today are Fortune 500 large corporates looking at stablecoins and saying, hey, this can actually bring more efficiency to my core business. And so, yes, there's a lot of adding Bitcoin and Ethereum and NFTs and crypto products, but one of the core things that we don't talk much about is how they're replacing their core traditional just flows of money and settlement systems with stablecoins. Why? Well, because stablecoins work on weekends. Stablecoins settle fast. They have finality. They're not credit-based systems. They allow you to program the money on chain. Anybody can develop. You don't need authorization from the Ethereum blockchain to use a stablecoin. So the level of innovation, not just from new players, but from existing players, is just absolutely insane.
And so do you think that's going to provide more opportunities for our investors in the audience or otherwise? Like, what is your sort of overall outlook for opportunities perhaps for the next year?
massive amounts of opportunities that are being created with this transition. I think a good example of a potential one is there's this new set of neobanks that I'm calling them crypto neobanks that are being created on top of these technologies. And what I mean by that is you can now create a wallet that can take stablecoins, and thus, without really having to get authorization from any type of regulator, as long as you use a regulated partner, you can create what would be equivalent to a checking account. You can actually have and store money. The transactions are immediate. You can actually generate yield on those funds. And so there's a lot of these opportunities that are being created because it becomes a lot easier to build innovative products. And so that is definitely something that entrepreneurs out there that are thinking about building. There's a massive opportunity on the intersection between fintech and crypto. In the same way that we always said that every company is going to become a fintech company, I'm 100% sure that every company is going to become a crypto company.
Well, we thank you so much for your expertise and insights at Crypto Bahamas here this week. And thanks for joining me on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.